So, just come back from mate, and he's going to want a load of these. These are flyscreen brackets for a Morris CS8 WW2. Looking at it, originally brass. Let me bring him in a bit. Here we are. Originally cast in brass. I'm going to make them out of brass. You can see the original parting line through there. Realistically, I think I'm probably going to make these out of just a block of brass and mill it, because he wants 2 sets, so he wants 4, and somebody else wants 4. So, you know, 8. It's not worth casting a load, and it's relatively simple design. I can just machine this out really. So I'll be taking measurement to this later on and getting some brass ordered. So here's my crudely cut piece of aluminium. I was cutting it a bit fine to the line to start with, but anyway, I'll scribe myself a new line on there. I don't know if you can see that or not. Yeah, just about. And what I've done is I wanted to find the centre of this, so I've offered this up, and I made myself a crude transfer punch, because I haven't got any transfer punches. And if I did, they'd probably be metric, and this is 1/2 inch. So I made this up and just basically put myself a transfer punch on there. You can just see that centre punch marked there. So that is the first step, I think, is drill that. I've got a 1/2 inch reamer, I believe. So I'll drill that and ream that. Then everything I've got, I can work from there, hopefully. I'm going to go indoors in a minute and CAD this up, because I want to try and work out this arc here, where the centre of it would be. And I should then, the rest is probably relatively simple, but I just want to know where the arc of that is compared with this centre. Obviously the last operation will probably be slitting this, but I've got to sit down and try and work out my steps of what bits I need to do. So interestingly, this thread, I took the butterfly nut off and expected it just to bang out, and I thought, it didn't. So maybe it's just the paint. So I scratched around on here and flicked it with a screwdriver, and lo and behold, came undone. I thought, oh, that's odd, but I see what they've done. They've threaded the boss in here, obviously, so you can do this up and there's no chance of it turning when you undo the butterfly. So I've got to measure that, make sure I can make that the same, get some screws. Yeah, so I know it's a 22 inch or 22 TPI thread, but I've got to work out what bolt that may be. So steps, steps, steps. I don't know what I'm putting that back in for anyway. Right, so what I'm trying to do here is level up the bit of aluminium block. I would zoom out, but I've got the focus set just but this is the jagged cut I've just done with the bandsaw, and I'm just trying to set it level along the plane that I've sort of want it at. Now it's a bit difficult. I'm just trying to put the light on it in such a way, because there's two lines here. We're not interested in the bottom one. I've got that pointer set just about where that line is. Now I know when I'm going to tap this, the whole thing's going to settle down a little bit, but I'm going to wind this along now. Somewhere about there. And I'm going to try and no, I won't go too far, because I expect the other end's going to come up a little bit, so we're going to go back again. It's very much a subjective to and froer, and I can see already that I can continue to come down actually. Just on the bottom of that pointer. Yeah, so I could just go just a notch whisker more, like that. A bit more maybe. Yeah. Right, I'm calling that. That'll do. That's close enough. Right, so I can zoom out now, and you can see here's the block, and that was the cut. So we're just levelling that cut off. Now you can see I'm going to run out a little bit, but this is just an experiment, this block, so do the vise up nice and tight and deck that off. Now I've elected to use my fly cutter, and I haven't used this in absolutely ages, so I thought, right, give that a go. Rather than just use a milling cutter and run across it several times, I thought I'd try and give a nice clean cut in one pass. So we're going to run this up, high speed steel bit, and I've just given that another quick hone on the end. Zeroing me, not that I need to, because it's all being done by eye anyway, but at least it'll give me an idea of how deep I'm cutting each time. So I'm going to be nice and gentle and go for 0.25. Probably go a bit deeper than that without any fear, so I'll go for another 0.5 or more this time. of diesel on there. Another 0.5. I've forgotten how much I prefer a fly cut finish to a milled finish, to be fair. Right, that's that step done. Right, on with the next step. So the next step, I was going to fin this block up at a later date, but thinking about it, it's going to be a lot easier to do it now. A, I've got the fly cutter in here, and B, I've still got something square to get hold of and hold it like this. It's going to be far more secure to do this now. So, and the finish that I've got on it, I think I'm going to deck off both sides, so I'm just going to give this one a quick skim, turn it over, and then actually take it down to dimension. Well, the way that cut, I think my head nut might need tramming in again, but no matter for this, it'll be fine. 1/2 mm, and I'm going to go all the way this time, and I'm figuring that the back of my cutter might take off that 0.2. Just going to stop it there for a second, put a bit more on, and you can just see the step. You can barely feel it, but you can feel it. Anyway, right, let's go straight away across. Right, let's measure it and see what we got. If it's close enough, I'm going to leave it. 0.06 mm out, that'll do.